Welcome back to my another exciting tutorial. What if I told you we are going to create this without using any third-party plugin? Would you believe me? This tutorial is applicable only for After Effects CC or above version. Open After Effects and create a new composition. Right-click on Comp Area, and click on Max and Cinema 4D File. You will see this window. Set the destination where you want to save your file, and click Save. This will open Cinema 4D Lite version. I am showing only basic tools in this tutorial. Create a new plane by clicking on this icon. And add some object from this tab. Because this is a 3D tool, you can rotate, move and pan your project. This is the Move tool. You can move your object while dragging them by clicking on these arrows. And this is Scale tool. You can scale your object either using this tool or changing properties of your object. Because this is vector model, you can scale it at any size. And this is rotation tool. You can rotate your object in any dimension, X, Y or Z. Also, you can change in properties for rotation. Your project will rotate around this plus sign. You can adjust your rotation by dragging your object on this sign. Well, this is pivot point. Project will move, rotate and pan around this point. You can pan, rotate and move your pivot point by these icons. Click and drag. This icon is for rendering your project, single frame at a time. You can add some lights into your scene and arrange them according to your need. I am adding a key light and turning shadows on. These are your layers, just like After Effects. Hit the render button, and you will get something like this. Change your pivot point, and see what you like most. It will generate some nice looking shadows to your object. You can even change color of your light. You can even make your light visible. Hit the render button, and see the magic. You can play with these tools to achieve more high-quality work. Let's get back to our tutorial to create 3D text. Create a new plane. I am using plane because you don't need to set dimension for this. Plane will adjust itself by the lighting. Go to Spline tool, and choose text. This is only a kind of path of your text. Change your text. And change your font. Your font list will shown here. For converting this path into 3D text, go to Hypernerbs, and click on Extrude Nerbs. Go to Layer, and drag your text onto this Extrude Nerbs layer. And boom! You have a 3D text. You can make edges soft by adding caps on start and beginning. There are 3 kinds of caps here. This is fillet. You can see empty spaces in the model. I am adding a fillet cap. Let's zoom in, so you can see clearly. I am changing radius of 2 centimeters, and steps 40. On the end side, I am doing the same. It will make our text look like soft. Zoom out and see your text. If happy with that, it's time to add some materials. Yes, you can add materials. This is your material tab. Go to create and click on new material. Double click on this material and it will open this window. I am changing color to white. And adding reflection. Also check on additive. This will reflect on the color. Decrease brightness, else it will reflect completely. Let's change color back to light green. I am nature lover, so I include green color everywhere. Looking perfect to me, but you can change your own color. Drag and drop this material onto your 3D text, and boom! You just made your text life colorful. This material will cover every single part of your 3D model. You can add new material by double-clicking on Material tabs section. I am changing plain material also. Hit the render key, and you will see something like this. Reflection is not looking good to me. Open plain material, and add blurriness by 30%. Hit the render key again, and it's looking good now. Perfect. Let's add some light into our scene. I am adding a spotlight, so I can focus on my text first. Adjust your light, so your text can be completely visible. By the way, I am using Move tool to adjust my light. Let's zoom in, and turn on the shadow. Hit the render key again, and you will see some nice looking shadows. But wait, this scene is dark. Let me add some fill light to this scene. Drag this light to the top, so it will cover our entire workspace. I am turning down its intensity by 50%, so the scene will not look too bright. Let's turn on the shadow of this light, also turn off shadow to spotlight. Looking good to me, what you say? Let's make this text laying down on the surface. You need to rotate this text by 90 or minus 90 degree. I am rotating at minus 90 degree. My text went inside of this plane. Move it to the top of this plane, so we can get some nice shadows. Hit the render key again and see if you are happy with the result. In my case, text is still too dark. Let's zoom out and change the angle of spotlight. Make it falling from the 45 degree, and move back so it will be more soft. Here we go. It looking nice. But let's turn on shadow of the spotlight. We will get some perfect model with shadow. If you are satisfied with your scene, go to File and click on Save. And jump back to the After Effects. It will automatically add your scene here. This is the Cineware plugin, which will help us to manage this in After Effects. Change Renderer to Standard Final. It will show you the final result of your scene, but this need more processing, so switch back to Standard Draft or Software. I have high performance computer, so I am using Final, and turning down quality to quarter. Create a new camera, so we can animate our text. I am keeping with its default settings. Select your Cinema 4D layer, and change camera from Cinema 4D to Comp Camera. But this is useless in this case. So switch back to centered Comp Camera. Your scene is here but in center. Select your camera tool, and rotate your scene. You see, I told you. Your scene is here. Now you can animate your scene by setting keyframe to the camera. This really need lots of processing power, slow computers may not respond. And software may crash. So keep saving on every step. To animate the camera, open Camera Transformation, and keyframe Point of Interest and Position. You can add multiple cameras to the scene. Add 3 or 4 seconds gap, and animate your camera by moving, rotating or panning. If you change anything into your 3D model, it will reflect in After Effects after saving it. You can even add more objects into your scene, and it will visible in your After Effects composition. This is real 3D, you can rotate it anyhow you want. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Hope it helped you. Please like, subscribe, and share. Help me in growing up. You can follow me on Twitter for the latest news and your tutorial requests.